Hello and welcome. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how you can very easily get your blog started with Bluehost. I'll take you to Bluehost pricing the blocks that are processed, and I'll also show you how to create your first post on WordPress. Coming up next, so there's a link in the description. Once you click on that, you should arrive on this page, which is Bluehost official website page from where we are going to get the hosting from up top. You will notice that you have your currency selectors, so depending on the country, you can select the currency. I'll just let this be to US dollar for now, and then you can just scroll down and take a look and get an understanding of what Bluehost does and the type of quality of service you can expect from them. Bluehost has been recommended by WordPress for a very long time. In fact, they are one of the 3 hosting providers that have been recommended by WordPress. One is Bluehost, the other is DreamHost, and the third is SiteGround, and I've used all of them. In fact, I've used most of the popular hosting companies to host all sorts of websites: SiteGround, Bluehost, GoDaddy, you name it. And I have to tell you that Bluehost is one of the best when it comes to starting your blog for the first time, because it's just that easy. And also it doesn't cost that much when you compare it with some of the other hosting providers. They also have good reviews on Trustpilot, and they are also recommended by some of the top media platforms. To get started, you can just scroll up to hosting and websites, and you can select shared hosting. Or you could also go for dedicated hosting or VPS hosting, but I wouldn't recommend this if you're just starting out, because you will have to have the knowledge of how to use these technologies, or you will have to have a developer on your team. So I'd recommend you go for shared hosting because it's fairly easy to set up your site with shared hosting, or you can go to WordPress because we are starting a WordPress website. You can click on WordPress hosting. So once you click on WordPress hosting, you will be redirected to this page. You can either click on View Plans, or you can simply scroll down and you will see all the plans laid out in front of you. So first you have the basic plan, in which you can host one website. If you're planning to host multiple websites, I'd suggest you go for the Plus plan, in which you can, quote-unquote, host unlimited websites. And if you want a better version of the Plus plan with more security, you can go for the Choice Plus. And if you're starting an e-commerce store, you can go for the Online Store plan. But if this is the first time that you're starting a website and it's a blog site, I'd recommend you go for the basic plan, because in this you get everything that you need to get your site up and running. So with a basic plan you get 10 GB SSD storage, which you might think is not much, but for a new website, it's actually more than enough for text and few images, few videos here, and it's more than enough for that. You get a free CMD, so Content Delivery Network. It helps to speed your site up. You also get a free domain for the first year, and then you get a free SSL certificate. So all 3 things: hosting, domain, SSL certificate, all 3 components you need to get a website started, you get with the basic plan. But of course, if you're starting multiple sites, you can go for the Plus, Choice Plus, and Online Store. You can go for the Online Store plan. You can also toggle between the duration you want to plan for, so currently it's at 12 months. You can click on 36 months. And you can like that if that's what you wanted. Just let this be to 12 months, and I'll click on Select. Next, Bluehost will ask you to add a domain name, so you get a free domain with Bluehost for the first year. You can go ahead and create a new domain. You can also add in a domain that you already own. Or you can click on I'll create my domain later, which I'll do now because I already have a Bluehost account and I have a domain in that, so that you need to create your account. So you need to add in your name, your address, your email ID, and you can recheck your plan. So we had selected the basic plan for the duration of 12 months, but you can always select 36 months if that's what you wanted. But I'll just let this be to 12 months for now, and then you can reconfirm your total amount. Once you're done checking all this, you can add in your details. Check this button right here and then click on Submit. So once you're done purchasing the plan, there are a few additional screens you need to go through. But those are very easy, very basic screens that you can just click and pass through them. Now, since I've had this plan for some time, it doesn't show me those screens. But I don't have a website on this currently, so I'll be creating a site from scratch. So I'm in the sites right now. I'll click on Add Site, and it'll prompt me to add a new site or migrate an existing site, so I'll click on Create a New Site. Next, we'll have to add in our site name and site tagline. So for this example, I'll be creating a digital marketing blog. So a blog that shares information on digital marketing and stuff. In this step, enter your site name, then the site tagline, and then I can click on Next. Next, we'll have to choose a domain, so I've selected my domain here. And it also gives us these suggestions for these free plugins. So WP Forms, Opt-in Monster, and Monster Insights, quite useful plugins that help us do all these different things within WordPress. You can either let it be selected or you could deselect it. I'll just let it be to default and click on Next. Bluehost is now setting our site up. It does take a few minutes. I'll get back to you once this is done. Once your setup is done, you should be on this page. You can click on Log into WordPress and you will be in your WordPress dashboard. Just like that. So now that we are in our dashboard, let's go ahead and see how WordPress actually works. Before that, let's see how the site actually looks. And then when we customize it, we'll see how the end result looks. Okay. So come up top here where site name will be visible. Right click on the visit site and click on Open Link in New tab. This is how our site looks currently. It's really bland and boring because we haven't customized it and there isn't any additional theme added on this. This is just the default WordPress theme that every site comes with. So up next, I'll show you how to add a theme, customize it. I'll also show you how to create a post and add pages to your site. So I'm back in the WordPress dashboard. There is this Bluehost plugin installed that shows us how to go about creating different elements in our site. But I don't want this because WordPress in itself is really easy to use. And I'll show you that in just a moment. So I'll just go ahead and disable this plugin. For that, I have to come down here, Plugins, scroll down and search for Bluehost. OK, so this is the plugin. I'll just click on Deactivate. Then if I go back to the dashboard, I'll see that I won't be having that Bluehost introductory guide have the traditional WordPress dashboard appearance. So this is how it looks. You can just scroll through it and get acquainted with how things actually work. But I'll now go ahead and add a theme for that. Click on Appearance and then Themes, and then we'll see the themes that are already installed on our site. So these are the default themes that WordPress gives. To add a new theme, come up and click on Add New. Then you will have access to all these themes that you can go through, pick the one that you like, activate, and install on your site. So you can pick any one of these, but I'll just go ahead and click on Neve because Neve is a really nice lightweight. Next, I'll click on Install, and then I can click on Activate. That way the theme will be activated on the site. But before that, I want to see how the theme actually looks. So I'll click on Live Preview. If we activate the theme on our site, this is how our site will look. As you can see, it looks like a really nice designed website. And we don't even have to do any type of designing. We could install this and just change the text and the images, and then we'll have a brand new site ready to go. Just keep in mind, if you publish this, you'll also have all these additional pages added to your site, which you can go ahead and delete later on. Or you could just change the URL and the content within them to suit your site. For now, I'll go ahead and click on Activate and Publish. So our site has been published. I'll just click on this X button here. Close this, and we will be back in our dashboard. Now I can click on this icon, Visit Site, open a new tab, and take a look at how our site actually looks. As you can see, the look of a site has completely changed. We have a brand new, well-designed website, and we didn't even do any type of designing. Of course, there is all this content that you wouldn't want. If you were creating a brand new blog, you can go ahead and edit this, customize it according to how you'd want it. For that, click on this edit page here. You can install a plugin like Element or that can help you customize and design your pages. But WordPress now gives us functionality inbuilt, so you can use the traditional WordPress editor and edit your pages. There's a little welcome introductory information over here. I'll just click on this close dialog button, and very easy to customize with WordPress, so you can just click add in your text, remove the text, do whatever you want, and customize your pages. I'll select this text and add in some information of my own, so I'll add something like added this little text, and then I'll click on update. That's done. I can click on view page in the bottom right here. Just like that, I've added my home page. So that's how easy it is to customize your web pages with WordPress. So I'll go ahead and create my first post and back to the dashboard now. So to create a new post, you can hover over this post icon in this column. You will get all these options, so you can either view all your posts, you can add new posts, add and manage your categories, and add and manage your tags. So I'll click on add new. That way we will be able to create our new post. This is where you can add in content for your post. As you can see, there's a title, so you can add in a title year, which I'll add very quickly. So I've added my title, and I can also add in some text here. Okay, so now I have the title and some content. I can do different things here, like select a piece of text and make it bold. If I wanted to, I could also make it italic, and I can also add in link. Okay, so there are a number of things you can do once you're in the editor. As of now, I'll just let this be as it is, and I'll click on Publish. So our post is now published. I'll click on View Post. There we have it, our first post is now published. Next, I'll show you how you can download plugins so that you can add extra functionalities to your site. The dashboard is the place from where you can access everything and manage your site. So you have your plugins option here. You can hover over this, and again you have the drop-down menu, so you can either view the install plugins or add a new one, or you can also edit your plugins. So I'll just click on add new. So here you have all the plugins that you can install and activate on your site. You can also search for a particular plugin, and you can also view the most popular and recommended plugins. So these are all different plugins that you can install and improve the functionality of your site. Let's say I wanted to install Contact Form 7. I'll just click on Install now. Once it's installed, I can click on Activate. That way the plugin will be activated and have access to the functionality of that plugin. So that's it for this video. I hope you found the video helpful. If you want to try out Bluehost and create your website, don't forget to click on the link below. That way you can get a discount of 70% on any of your hosting plans. If you've liked this video, do like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.